Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, this is Intuitive Tarot with Issa. I am Issa and I am the tarot reader here. Gonna do the little thing for you. We're gonna talk November 2023 predictions. Can you guys believe that the year is almost done? This is crazy. So, we're going to take a look at the good stuff, the whatever that might be coming your way in November. I have 3 cards for you to choose from, 3 piles. I'm going to call them pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to give you a second to look at those piles and you intuitively pick which pile feels right for you, okay? And sometimes 2 piles feel good. I know that for me, if I feel like I can't pick one or the other, then I usually just listen to both because there always seems to be nuggets for me in both of those. So you guys can do that if you want, okay? I'm going to put the links and the timestamps or whatever down in the description box, and I'm going to put them in the comments for you guys, all right? I hope you enjoy this reading. If you do, keep me doing what I'm doing by giving me the thumbs up, and definitely subscribe. Make sure you hit that top notification bell. It'll tell you every time I am uploading, all right, guys? I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have a fantastic November, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, Pile One. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to dive right into your cards. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe if this does resonate for you. But I'm going to tell you right off the back, I'm getting heavy Aquarius energy. I'm getting Scorpio and I'm getting Leo for this reading. I don't know if that's your moon, rising, Venus, or your sun sign, or if you might be dealing with somebody with those signs, but they're resonating very heavily for me. Okay, this is going to be pile 1. You picked the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I'm gonna go ahead and lay out all the cards that we have here for you guys, and then I'm going to read. Oof, woof. Oh, interesting already. I'm going to read what's going on here, okay? And I apologize, guys. Usually I like to do these where you can see them, but I really didn't have time to do that. So I'm just going to lay these all out and I'll show them to you as I go along. Okay. So, we have the sun as your overall astrological energy, but it's in reverse. So there's a lot of things that might be making you very deeply emotional in the month of November. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot around your work being very unfulfilling, and you being more focused on your love life, potentially because your work may be turning your love life upside down here with the Lovers in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So something, you may not be feeling that passion, that spark for your job at this time in November. You may be considering leaving it. All right. But I think that your relationship is taking more precedence in the month of November for those of you in a relationship. If it's not, this is just falling out of love with your job. Honestly, this is like you're working hard, you're working overtime. Some of you are actually burning the candle at both ends with this Eight of Pentacles. It's telling me that you're going to school, you're working really hard. You feel like you're spinning your wheels and you can't just seem to get underneath yourself and get to where you want to be. Okay. So November might feel a bit of a stagnant energy. You might feel that there are blocks happening that are kind of stumbling blocks. Let's put it that way. So yeah, some of you may be very focused on self-love, maybe what you're really passionate about. If it's not a relationship, you could be very focused on figuring out how to not let your career with this emotions card get in the way of your relationships for some of you as well, okay? Because you're working so hard. And I totally get it, guys. Like nowadays, it just feels like we're all working all the time. Anybody else feeling that? Like raise your hand if you feel like you get home, you get 5 minutes to yourself, and then you're like asleep, awake, and you're on the hamster wheel again. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. It's really that hamster wheel feeling. Um, and I'm so sorry, but it just is what it is in the cards. I don't sugarcoat stuff. You know what I'm saying? I really, really tell it like it is. Okay. You guys have the groom card. Somebody could be getting married, or you're getting invited to go to, somebody's wedding. You could even be getting engaged. But what this is really giving me is that there's a heavy focus on the like if you're in a relationship, the two of you refocusing your energy somehow because you're both working so hard, or one of you is overworking yourself, and restoring your relationship. Okay. I'll see if I can clarify these cards in a minute too. I just kind of want to get through everything here. So when the sun is in the upright, and this is actually the time of Scorpio that we're in. So this is when the sun starts to die. So it's no surprise that I felt heavy Leo here, because Leo is definitely ruled by the sun. And if you're a Leo, you could feel really super low energy starting in the month of November, maybe even before that, okay, where things just feel like they're drudging along because the sun is not as close to the planet. We're kind of energetically further away. And it it's the sun, quote quote, dies in the wintertime, right? There's less sun, so the planet is colder in most regions. But when the sun is in the upright, it's happy, it's joyful, there's completion, it feels a lot of energy, there's fertility, stuff like that. Some of you may have issues with that if you're attempting to create babies in the next, month in November here. You could be having some issues there. So it may not be that, let's say you're making up, you and your partner, maybe you're not meant to. It could be actually be a medical thing. So, maybe you might want to check that out. But it's going to feel like things are spinning and you're not getting anywhere. All right. I energetically feel as if December is going to be a better month for you. We'll see what the advice is here. I think I'm going to get an advice for you, but it seems like November is just enjoy the space, like, the shutting down, self-care, taking care of the self. Okay. You could have like really heightened emotions because you are so focused on your relationship here. And again, we have the immerse card. So, this talks about immersing ourselves in education and learning in books. So, you may just be more in this like thoughtful, stay at home type of energy for the month of November. Okay, pile one. I feel like a lot of you are trying to learn things. You're working on studying things, and work also may have been much of a burden. Now, I kind of pick up on somebody um like learning, like maybe you just started a job and you don't have, quote quote, all the required skills for the job, so you're learning as you go on the job. We have some good news and some messages here. I'm going to get a card for you and see if I can figure out what some of that good news might be about. Okay, use a little tarot here. What's this good news? There it is. Okay, the King of Swords. It's a positive message. Could even be a letter. Okay, so if there was some sort of action that somebody was going to take against you, let's say you got into some beef with somebody, something happened here. People have recently been kind of coming for you type of energy, or attacking you, making personal attacks, talking about you behind your back. I feel there's a block and that this is going to be turning around for you. So the good news, or the messages happening here, is that something that was going to happen has been thwarted, so to speak. Okay, give me one more card here. Yeah, the Magician. The Magician. Okay, perfect. Like, manifesting energy. All right. There's something that you've manifested. So maybe energetically, you've been kind of, getting shade off of people or somebody. I feel like somebody's been kind of targeting you over maybe a short or a long period of time. And it feels like something's going to happen where you hear about it or you actually see it since it's news or messages, where like this person's thwarted and you see it, right? So let's say you were like, working on manifesting, them to get their karma, leave you alone, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to actually see that happen like right before your eyes, or somebody's going to be like, hey, do you know what happened to Bob? And Bob's the dude that's been like sticking you under his thumb. Okay. Get what I'm saying? Cool. Also, what I feel with this too is that if there is stuff that you've been working on creating in your life and you have felt blocked and you have felt like things just aren't moving, they're going to start moving. Okay. I think that this had to do a little bit with your mindset since we have the King of Swords. I think this was very much about a shift that you needed to do in the way you think about stuff, or belief that you have in order for this manifestation to appear, but it's appearing. So where we had all this crazy news, we now have better news. Okay. I'm going to get through the next few cards and I'm going to go ahead and clarify what we were talking about with the 3 tarot cards that we had in the beginning. Okay. Nope, I'm not doing that now. My head. Listen, I have ADD. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. We have the candle. This talks about hustling, manifesting money, taking action, lighting that flame and having ambition. So what this feels like right here for me is that, again, like I said, you guys are working extra hard because maybe you have a goal in sight. Some of you could be working to pay off your wedding or an engagement party, something that's very important to you. Okay. So I feel like that's just sort of getting in the way here. It could even be the wedding. Like maybe you and your spouse or your significant other are bickering in November over something that you guys get to make money and save in order to accomplish here. Okay. But I see you really super focused on your finances, and money is going to come to you. Okay. So if there's been a question about that, it is coming. All right, guys. Cool. Now we have the arrow, we have the ladder, and we have the kite. Look at, I didn't even see it there. So this talks about taking a vacation. So many of you might be on that hustle to have like your dream vacation happen. That's awesome. I hope you have a wonderful vacation if that's what you're doing. I'm hearing Europe. I'm hearing specifically, wow, Sweden, Spain, and what is that word? It's some type of mountains or something. I don't know. It's some type of mountains. I can't quite get the word. Sometimes I get a whole word. Sometimes I see like part of a word and then I see a vision. Okay. So I'm getting like mountains really strong. I see the ladder and this is you working toward your success. So I feel like even though you feel like you're spinning your wheels, the job might be dampening your happiness, you're working at climbing the ladder. And I feel like some of you may be offered a new or a better position, even maybe within your company, or you're just working at getting to the next position. Okay. So, but I almost get, it feels like you have to sell your soul. Like you have to sell your soul, all jokes aside, to get to where you want to be in your company, or to get the quote quote job that you're looking for. Okay. There is an end in sight. If some of you are studying, I feel like somebody could be studying for like a bar exam or something where it's like all this hustling that you've been doing, right, is leading up to you getting some sort of graduation certification. Let's say like you do computer programming, right? You're in a programming thing. You're here already, you're level 1, but you're trying to get to level 2 or level 3, and I feel like you're going through some sort of program. And that's why this is just taking away from love life altogether. For some of you, you don't even have it existing because you're so focused on that, and others of you, it's taking away from the actual relationship that you're attempting to cultivate. But it says, arrow, you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So just know that in November, you are on the right path. I know it's going to feel very frustrating in November, and it seems like there's really no end in sight, but I see you really immersed in learning new things, bringing that knowledge to other people, and or getting some sort of, you know, foot in the door, a step forward because you're doing this work. Okay. So, I mean, it's not going to be fun and games. It's not going to be a lot of play, but I'm really getting very, that's why I had like, I think I said Capricorn in the beginning. So, you know, I have that kind of energy there. All right, let's clarify this 8 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Ace of Wands, okay? Clarify this 8 of Pentacles, please. Burning the candle, burning the midnight oil. Some of y'all are up, just doing things. Okay, there's something that you're very passionate about at this time with the Lovers card, Gemini energy. Okay, give me one more. Thank you. Okay. So, because you guys are, maybe this could be your partner, feel free to reverse it. Somebody's working so hard that it's actually making the relationship not work. Hierophant. So you could be dealing with a Taurus here. Okay. Same thing. We have it in reverse, and then we have it in the upright. Your spouse or your significant other could have lost their job, which means that there's more pressure you might feel in the month of November to perform or to do something or to carry the weight of, you know, your family or your relationship. Okay. But whatever this energy is, it feels like it's weighing heavily on the relationship. All right. And some of you may be really into your job. Don't get me wrong with the Lovers card. It could be that like you love your job. Okay. And you're putting everything into it. Some of you are definitely going for some sort of management position. Okay. All right. Thank you. I was just going to say, clarify the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, I see some sort of shakeup here in the month of November, the Tower with the Judgment card. Somebody may decide that they don't want to be in this connection anymore or want to break up. But this feels more like a realization. Okay, I'll be honest with you. The Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy with the Ace of Swords and the Judgment, it feels like here that somebody is realizing that the amount of time that they're taking to invest themselves in advancing at their job or just working, it's damaging the relationship. Okay, so somebody's coming to this huge realization here. It's becoming very clear that somebody here is the issue. Okay, that their hyper focus on what they're doing is, again, like I said, it's not helping the relationship. There could be a second chance that happens here. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Okay, yeah. I see if you have split up with somebody, or if you guys happen to split up in November, this person's coming back, okay? What I don't like is the Devil, though. Give me one more card. Oh, you gave me 2. Okay. Okay. Someone feels that there's like either an addiction to work or something that's really unhealthy. Okay. So this could be a friend, a loved one, a coworker. It could be someone you're in a relationship with. Take it as it resonates for you, is expressing, hey, listen, we've come too far to let this end right now, but what you're doing is totally, it's not good for you. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your physical being. I want to do this again. I want to circle back. Okay. I want to figure this out with you. But you're losing your interest, your spark. There's things holding us back from being in this connection, and they're unhealthy things. So these things will have to be resolved so we can have a new beginning. Ace of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of interesting up and down energy here. So I don't know if that's just you going through different things. It feels more like there's two different people involved here, you and another person. For those of you in a relationship, one person's here, one person's here. When one person's here, one person's here. So it feels like a little bit of imbalance that you guys are working through. I want to see what's going to be the potential outcome for you for the month of November with your relationship here, pile one. And I just want to see an overall outcome. I want to see how this month is going to finish out. You know, I wish I could be like, you know what, it's going to be unicorn parts and rainbows, but you know, that just wouldn't be reality. Give me 3 cards for the potential outcome. And then I'm going to get advice for you. Okay, good. By the end of the month, your money's looking really, really good. I think that you're going to still feel concerned about how your person feels because you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Be careful of any kind of enemies, especially on the job here. But we have you doing really well. Okay, taking action, feeling better, like feeling more passionate by the end of the month, having job security and feeling really good, very prosperous, feeling stable and successful. I feel like that's going to be what your relationship is going to end up looking like by the end of the month. Okay. So in the beginning here, it's feeling a little rocky. You might get back together with somebody. Okay. Let's see the advice, please. What's the advice? What's the advice for pile one? Your advice is really to focus on the future, and to really work through your fears. Some of you, you know, maybe you're working overtime or you have like a security issue. Okay. So like your first chakra could be out of balance a little bit. So you're really focused on money because you have fears of not having money or not enough money or something like that. There could be something that makes you feel insecure. So this, what it's talking about is moving forward, accepting help from others instead of trying to do it all by yourself, pile one, and to release your fears, any of that subconscious beliefs and stuff like that that you have, and let go of the past and move forward, okay, into your future. You have Pisces energy here as well, so you could be dealing with a Pisces in your life. So overall, it's not a bad month, but the reason why you may be experiencing some of what you're experiencing when it comes to the relationship is because you know, you have fears, you're triggered by stuff, you feel very insecure. Maybe you're the one who lost your job, your person's working so much, and it's creating a lot of stuff happening in the dynamic of your relationship. Okay, your work in the month of November is to conquer those fears, recognize them first, understand what they are and where they come from, and then you'll begin to understand why you've made certain decisions and taken certain actions, why you overwork, or, you know, quote, quote, why things have happened. And this will help you in order to conquer those fears and face them and move forward and not be focused on maybe what you were, what you used to have in the past, but the kind of future that you can create now. Okay. So I love this for you guys, pile one. I really hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful November. And please don't forget to like it and subscribe. Hit that all notification bell on the way out. Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey, pile two. What is up, guys? It's great to see you. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. We're going to jump right into your reading. If you chose this card, this lovely little card, then you chose the Feed Your Intuition deck by Monica Love. It's one of my favorites that I've been using lately. And let's just jump right in, okay? Overall, guys, I'm going to kind of give you a synopsis of some of the energy that I'm feeling for you in November. I feel like there's a sense of good luck, rebalancing, and stepping into a very powerful place called making requests. Okay. Maybe I feel like this group of you are hard workers, and maybe sometimes you have a difficult time asking for help. And with this request card, it really made me feel like sometimes what's been missing is that maybe you simply haven't asked for the assistance or requested people to support you, or been open and whatever you believe, God, angels, I don't know what your thing is, universe, spirituality, asking for that assistance. Okay. So I feel like November is a reminder to make a powerful request. You are that powerful that if um if you do, you actually kind of be surprised probably at what somebody might come through and help you with, okay? So it just feels that way. There's a lot more flow coming in your life in November, especially with the trine as the overall astrological energy that I have here. This talks about being in harmony, balance, flow, things in rhythm, support. It talks about indulging yourself a little bit. So you might find that you want to indulge yourself a little more. This is about energizing things, having enjoyment, things moving and flowing with ease. All right. I think a lot of you have been, grinding at an ungreased wheel for a little bit, maybe kind of feeling a little bit stagnant, feeling like you're uber working, overworking really, really super hard. And the trine here as the overall astrological energy is really nice because it's that juicy, extra olive oil, extra virgin olive oil from the universe helping to move some of your manifestations along. Okay. You guys got steady income coming with the frame, which is great. It's not, it's not showing any big blessing right now, but I haven't looked at all the cards just yet. So some of you may find a career or direct a lot of your energy toward your creativities in the month of November. So like art, designing your home, maybe just staying home a little bit more. Maybe you're being a little more frugal with your money. Some of you could even be self-employed as well. Okay. So this is really nice because I feel like, November is really enriching for you. It's bringing a lot of beautiful benefits to your life. Okay. Now, some of you might stay home because you're a writer. We have the writer card here. And this talks about words being used as magic. And I love this card. You know why? Because one of your other cards out is the magician. So I feel like November is a very powerful, creative, free flowing, abundant, just like a period of grace for you, almost kind of like a downtime, it feels energetically. And that, it even says here, use your words to create more abundance in your life. So I feel like you could be doing that in November. Maybe you're writing down mantras or little meditations or things that you repeat to yourself, or working on your blocks between you and abundance, or other different blocks, and releasing a lot of energy as well in the month of November. Okay. You could be a blogger, some sort of content writer. You might do, let's say you do, podcasts, you might do YouTube, something like that. I feel like you're going to get really creative with that in the month of November, especially with your words. Okay. Writing career might be really good for you if you've thought about it and maybe you've convinced yourself of something else. You might want to start doing that in different aspects in your life, making little contributions here and there. And you may discover that it's something that you're very good at in November. Okay. So just be careful. You have this ability to be a very gigantic influence. So what you say is very powerful and people listen to you, pile two. So when pile two talks, the room stops and everybody's like, oh my God, what is pile two going to say? Because pile two is powerful and pile two has this powerful way of showing up. And when you speak, it creates something magical. People believe in the magical things again because you have that certain thing about you that makes people believe it. And it's probably because a lot of you have come through a lot of different things. And instead of allowing them to pull you down and change you and destroy you and stuff, you actually used that energy that was meant to hurt you or bring you down. You use that in a way to create something beautiful in your life. You've overcome a lot of stuff. We all still have work to do, but for the most part, you guys are real troopers. Like I get strong phoenix from the ashes vibrations from you, pile too. Okay. Hopefully that resonates for you. All right. So we have the tiger here. Some of you might take a risk or take a chance in the month of November. And maybe that has to do with this blogging, starting something publicly and getting your thoughts onto paper, your words. Maybe some of you are going to create music or something around manifestation. But I feel like you're creating and manifesting something really big, doing some sort of magic and alchemy in your life in the month of November. That's really going to set you up for the next year and for a lot of success. Okay. You have the scales, keep your life in balance. So I feel like there's definitely a big focus on keeping things, I get the word practical, like not overspending, not overindulging in the month of November, but keeping things balanced between your work, your school, your love life, whatever that is for you. Okay. You have luck and money, which is great. We kind of saw you keeping the pace here with a steady income, but you might be organizing your money at this time. You might get like a money gift, or you're just really, really lucky when it comes to abundance and money in the month of November. But I also feel like you might be organizing that money. So divvying things out, creating some sort of budget for yourself in November if you haven't before, and doing your best to stick to that budget. We have loyalty, the determination card. Some of you may feel very determined to create lots of different things for yourself in the month of November. I kind of get the sense of like some of you changing like your career goals are different now than when you first maybe, let's say, went to school or learned some of the stuff that you learned. I'm also getting some of you getting pets too. Like I got the dog stronger than anything on this card. So I feel like there's stuff around your dog. Or maybe you're starting like a business that has to do with animals or dog walking or something to that effect. It could even be like designing clothing for dogs or blogging about dogs or animals. But also, I feel like there's definitely this energy of learning who your loyal friends are in the month of November. Now, let me tell you this. I get Virgo really strong here. I get Libra strong here. I get Cancer and I get Pisces. Okay. I get a little bit of Leo, but it's giving me more Libra energy. So I feel like you may make decisions about certain friends that you have in the month of November. Because you're having different experiences here where like you're in ease. You're not in like a fight or flight in this month. So it makes it easier for you to spot things that maybe you haven't spotted before because your energy's been more hyper vigilant over other things in your life. I hope that makes sense, okay? Like, you know how when you're so stressed out or you're going through so much, there's a lot happening and there's little details that you don't notice. I think there's little details about certain types of friendships and stuff that you're catching on to and learning about in November. All right. Now, we talked about the requests, okay, divine timing and requests. So let's get into your tarot. You have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Magician, okay? Interesting energy. So this is talking about holding yourself back because there's a painful aspect of something in your life that has stopped you, possibly for some of you, it stopped you from creating the things in your life that you've wanted with the Magician card. Okay. So, November might be a time where you're still trying to work through an energy. For some of you, it could definitely be some sort of heartbreak. You may have been holding yourself back from meeting new people, or going out and dating, or even thinking about that kind of thing because you got so hurt from somebody that you might have been with. I'm going to clarify this too. So I'm not just all willy-nilly, okay? But yeah, I think November is definitely a time to ask yourself, what are the things that you've been holding on to that have kept you from being able to create the life that you desire, or the happiness or the joy that you seek, or even what has been stifling your creativity for you, okay? There could be, it mainly feels like it's thoughts. So it could be self-limiting beliefs because it's swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy here. You could be one of those signs as well. So, and if I look at this in the aspect of a relationship, something here hurt you very, very bad. And you've allowed this to stop you from moving forward and create the kind of relationship or connection you truly desire. So let's see what this Eight of Swords is. King of Cups in reverse. And there was an unrequited love. It didn't work out. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, with the Five of Pentacles. So I think there may have been a situation that originally you didn't want to abandon this. You invested a lot of time and energy. I didn't notice the Seven of Pentacles was on the back of this Eight of Pentacles card. So this it feels like, it just... Somebody could have lost a job here. This could be a job for some of you, or maybe your partner at the time did. There's some sort of like interference here. And I think that somebody missed what was really important here, which was love. But honestly, with the King of Cups in reverse, there could have been some emotional manipulation here in the past with this person, or just an unrequited love altogether. And I think that it broke your heart. I think because you thought it could work. You thought maybe if you invested time and energy that you could, get to where you wanted to go here. But I don't think that somebody saw the value in the connection the way you saw the value, okay? And that could have been what was holding you back anyway, was really the relationship. Somebody sabotaged this. Why the Three of Swords? Clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Okay. Oof. Oh my gosh. Wow. Somebody revealed that they were miserable. Okay. They were unhappy. It's possible you found out that this person was talking to somebody else. Okay. Now, I feel like what you're healing from is the fact that like this connection stopped you from moving forward. It stopped you from wanting love. 10 of cups in reverse, there's just unhappiness. 9 of swords, you may have gotten anxiety because of this, and maybe you suffer from a stress or even a PTSD. Some of you may have dealt with like a mild narcissist or a covert, I get like a closeted person here too. I mean, I'm getting all sorts of things, but like I feel like somebody was maybe doing something behind your back with somebody else at a distance. That's what I'm getting. And now you're left with knowing what the secret is, Cancer energy in reverse here, feeling like a bit of an emotional wreck moving into the month of November. Okay. And realizing, I think that you guys may be realizing that this was the thing that was holding you back. And partially that's ourselves, especially when we choose to be in connections with people and things that are not helping us to move forward. This person looks like somebody who was being a thorn in the side and holding you back. And you can never really get, I feel like some of you can never really get a straight answer out of this person, you know? Like, why lie to somebody and say that you love them when you don't, you know? I don't know. Okay, let's talk about this magician in the month of November. I feel like you're going to overcome this though, okay, guys? Somebody could be revealing some sort of, somebody could be telling you something. Let me tell you this. I'm getting that somebody around you has some they may find out that they've been diagnosed with some sort of mood disorder, or like, you know, like mental health issue or something like that. Maybe that's some of you. I don't know. And listen, guys, sidebar. I have a lot of my own stuff. I don't talk about it publicly all the time, but I have like I have complex PTSD trauma, all sorts of shit going on. So I am absolutely not embarrassed, and I don't talk shit about people who have these kind of issues. It's very, very serious, and we have definitely a crisis in America. So, you know, take care of yourself. I think that some of you may seek that kind of thing out. Okay. And good for you. I'm proud of you. All right. If that's you, if it's not, then you might be finding out that one of your friends, somebody in your family, or this person suffers from some sort of, you know, psychopathy even. All right. Clarify this magician, please. There we go. What in the world is going on here? All right. I see you setting some firm boundaries and moving forward, though, in November with the Chariot energy. Again, that's Cancer. You have a new beginning happening here. We have the Sun, but we have the Star in reverse. I feel like some of you haven't been, you may feel a little bit down. You may feel like you doubt yourself at times, like there isn't much hope here. The star is Aquarius energy and the sun is Leo energy, but the sun is here to restore you. Okay. It's here to give you that energy once again. And to give you that excitement, okay? Because you may move into November feeling like, damn, you know, I want to meet people, I want to create this life, but, you know, I doubt myself. I feel at times like I'm not hopeful about that, but I see it happening here. You have a lot of beautiful energy here with the Ace of Wands. This is talking about having a powerful new beginning and actually taking your power back with that Sun card. You know what I'm saying, guys? So I see you just healing from this, empowering forward, and really creating something beautiful with the Magician card that we have here. You see that? Boom, the Alchemist. So taking that negative experience that happened in your life, whether that's romantic or the friend, or maybe it's at a job where, you know, people just really didn't appreciate you. It was all just sort of fake, right? Somebody just faked the freaking funk in your face. and using that as an advantage, even though you often question yourself or doubt yourself, using that as an advantage for you to really expand and grow and really show people, you thought you punched me in the gut. You thought, you thought that you could kick me and I couldn't get up, but look at me, I'm the phoenix. I'm rising up out of this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to create art out of it, right? I'm going to create something magnificent. And maybe some of you will use some of this story of your life, or this particular incident, to help other people, podcasting, the writing, all that stuff that we talked about. This might be that one thing that gets you your millions, or directs you on your perfect karmic path, the one that you should be on at this time. Okay, so this is actually a really beautiful reading for you guys. I really love this reading, and I really hope it resonated for you. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I feel pretty good about this. Okay, so if it did resonate for you guys, please don't forget to show your girl some love so I keep doing what I'm doing. Give me the thumbs up. Share it out to your friends. Invite your peoples to come through. Tell them what's up, tell them you know what's going to happen in November. Go check it out. All right. And don't forget to subscribe on the way out. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, pile three. It's great to see you. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time. We're going to dive right in. So if you picked this card here, you picked the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. This is by Lo Scarabeo. And we're just going to jump right in. Okay. So the overall vibe of what I'm getting is your persistence has finally paid off, or it's about to. So if you have just kind of been droning away and working and, just planting seeds for the future and being tight with your money, which I see here, Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, okay, protecting your assets. I feel like this is all going to pay off. Everything that I'm looking at here as an overall energy is talking about your success. Okay. So it's probably been heavily on your subconscious mind. But I feel like the universe is asking you in the month of November to be compassionate, to step into this vibration of your self-development. You might be very interested in that. When we talk about the 12th house, we talk about karma, we talk about Akashic records, we talk about forgiveness and spiritual development, growth, any excess baggage that we need to deal with and or get rid of to get into that first house energy again. Okay. Because I believe everything moves in cycles. I'm not an astrologer. I'm learning astrology. So, everything that I study, there's always a beginning and an end, and a beginning and an end. And that's kind of like on a repeat. I'm getting really strong that some of you may be in your, what do you call it? Your, like a a karmic return. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, my brain, it farts. Okay, this is what happens when you get the perimenopause. Anyway, side note. Okay, we're not talking about that. You're in a huge transition. All right, and the transition is here. And what's great about this transition is that it's your Saturn return. That's what it is. You ever notice that every time you don't think about something, then it comes? Like, I'm like, karmic return. What the hell am I talking about? Oh, lady. All right. Transition. Again, like I said, this feels like the things coming to fruition. Okay. Things are changing. Where it was just an egg, where you just planted a seed, you're now in this state of things changing and blossoming and blooming, really reaping the success at this time. If you haven't before, it's like coming in the month of November. You're reaping the rewards of the actions that you took to plant the seeds here. That's really what the Seven of Pentacles talks about. It talks about waiting patiently to see the fruit of your labor bloom. Okay. And I feel like you're seeing that here in this month. All right. Many of you may feel like you're uninspired with the Page of Wands that's showing up here in reverse. You may feel like, um, you know, again, like I said, like things, it's taken a long time. Things haven't come yet, but they are coming, okay? And it's because you've protected yourself, because you've been diligent at doing the work. And it's showing up here, okay? We're going to clarify some of the tarot in just a minute. I want to get to some of the stuff that I have here. I have the award, so I feel like some of you could be recognized at your work or your place of business, wherever you might be doing things. It could even be that you're being rewarded for your hard work in the form of a bonus, a payoff, a recognition here. You could even get that maybe publicly. Let's say you do social media, your social media might start taking off, even though you felt like it's not going somewhere, or maybe you felt like you lack inspiration. I think the fact that you keep continuing to keep going and pushing forward is what actually is very inspirational to a lot of people. And you may not realize that, you may not realize that just by being yourself and droning away, sometimes people are really paying attention to that. And I feel that with you. Like what you guys do, less what you say, right? Sometimes people are really good with their words. I think you're better at leading by example and just continuing to persevere, and that for people feels very inspirational, that you don't give up, okay? Whereas other people who might speak, they have all these eloquent things that they've learned along the way that they can speak. You give me earth energy. I'm getting real Taurus, Capricorn. I also get Aquarius from you guys. I get Scorpio energy and I get Gemini from you guys too. So I just feel like, and you have a way of maybe making it fun, even when it doesn't feel like fun. So that's very inspirational to people. So I feel like you're getting like recognized or a reward for that. Okay. Now, this could also be advancing in your professional life at your job. You may take a new position, or maybe you get like a higher level of position here. It also has fame. Like I said, it has fame. So some of y'all could go viral, right? Like if you have social media. This is beautiful though, because I feel like you've just been kind of hacking away at the tree. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, when you hack away at the tree, it falls over, right? And now we have the persistence card. That's the main theme, like I said. Um, and it says, don't give up right now. Your persistence is about to pay off. So I feel like that's coming in the month of November. This is about, creating that mindset, and you being that and showing that to other people is very inspirational. This is about staying focused, remaining focused on what your goal is in the month of November. Okay. We have success and pride. I'm telling you guys, like when I turn them over, because what I do is I like clear the cards. I kind of do my own little prayer, and then I shuffle the cards out and put them in the pile. And when I flip these over, I was like, wow, there's really a lot of success there for you, because you have the success and pride with the crown. Okay. I feel like some of you model or something. I don't know if you're on OF or like what you do. Maybe you do Instagram or something like that. It may be like a side hustle that you have that starts to like blow up. Some of you may even consider leaving your job in the month of November, because like maybe you go viral and you just, things go off for you. I'm getting some of you also getting remote jobs. Okay. I'm getting remote jobs. Now we have the old man inheritance. Some of you could be getting some sort of money inheritance from a grandparent. It could be a parent. Maybe it's an older uncle, could even be an older brother or something like that. This could be, reading of a will. This person may have passed, or the inheritance is finally coming through. I get that some of you may also have some speeding tickets or some court issues in the month of November. So just ease up on them lights, okay? I've got a sincere wish being granted with the needle and the thread. So wish big, because there's some sort of wish that the universe wants to bless you with in the month of November. All right. We have the caterpillar. Things are not always going to be this way. The change is coming. How about that? Like, this whole reading is so crazy because it's just resonating over and over again. If you felt like, oh my God, this is going nowhere, Page of Wands in reverse, it's about to. So, really, this is about seeing your way through, using your vision, your hope, all of that, all of that energy toward remembering that when you diligently keep going and you don't give up, eventually something happens. Things are about to give here. Okay. Your persistence is about to pay off. Like I said, all these cards, I was like, wow, that's crazy. So, yeah, it says the change is definitely coming. And some of you may be changing yourself too. I feel like many of you could be coming out of your shell after a long time of kind of holding yourself back a little bit, or maybe just being a little bit like, maybe being very low key. Maybe some of you are just really discovering a lot about yourself. Somebody could be coming out of the closet here and actually revealing that they are, a female in a male body, or a male in a female body. I get that energy. Or maybe, you're part of the LGBTQ. I don't I think it's I don't know, guys. I feel like every time I look at it, there's another letter, and I mean that like jokingly, but also like seriously, because I don't know how many letters are on there now. But anyway, you could be doing something like that, coming out like that. I don't know why I'm getting acting too. So I feel like you're shifting for a role or something, like you're playing this new role somehow in your life. I don't know. Things are really changing, but I also feel like you're coming out of your shell more. So if you've been more of an introverted, like I get you're more maybe of an introverted, like thinker, worker, maybe even like the philosopher type, the philosophical type. You're kind of coming out of your shell and letting people see you a little bit more, okay? And not being afraid of that. Because I think to some degree, you guys will begin to understand, if you're not understanding now, that your beingness is very powerful. For some people, their words are powerful. And for other people, the way they show up, just their presence. I get that some of you could be large or tall, and have like a big energy that's really impressive to a lot of people. It does something to people, like calls the attention of the room. Okay. I feel like you guys do that. And now we have the bread, a period of prosperity and abundance. I was like, no, they didn't. Y'all got the best reading in, in the whole thing so far. So this is really a time for you to grow, to have abundance. I feel like some of you may be chefs, or you do something with food in the month of November. Some of you may be doing a lot of cooking, and you normally don't do that. I kind of feel that, like, I don't know, you become a Betty Crocker in the month of November. I'm getting a pie recipe too. Like, some of you have a really good pie recipe. If you're going to put it in a competition, send me a slice, because I love me some pie. All right, page in reverse. Why is that here for November? Thank you. One more, please. Ooh, some of y'all are... Okay. Again, you may feel a little bit nervous, a little bit uninspired. There could be some things that you've been holding on to from the past, but I think you're learning to heal from this and rebalance yourself. Libra, justice energy. Now, Libra, this justice energy, Libra with the Three of Swords, is telling me that some of you may be separating from somebody, and there's no second chance here. Page of Wands in reverse. There's just not that spark between you and this person anymore. With the Nine of Cups, that might be your wish granted. Some of you are getting a finalization on a divorce or some type of separation, or maybe this person just says, you know what, you're right. Let's just get over. Let's just do this. Let's get it over with. Okay. Tell me why the Seven of Pentacles is here. Clarify that. Thank you. Some of you very quickly in November, are going to potentially, um, I feel like there's two suitors here. We have a king of wands and a king of pentacles. Okay. So I want to say this. I feel like you're, again, in this energy of, getting back to yourself. Maybe you went quiet, and you weren't really out in the public very much because you were in some sort of nasty divorce, weird relationship, hiding away because you didn't feel good about yourself. Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're letting your hair down in November. Some of you definitely are very open to a relationship, and right away I feel like you're meeting people. Because listen, some people are long emotionally out of a relationship. That's why some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe they were with that person for like 6 years. And, 3 months later, they're with somebody else. Well, guess what? They probably were emotionally gone from that relationship for like a year or two. I mean, I've been there. Okay. But anyway, I feel like there could be two people here that are of interest to you. They're different. They're both kings, which is great. So for men, you can translate that if you are a heterosexual male as, women, if you want to, two different women with very strong suits. One's very fiery and a lot of fun. The other's very grounded, very practical, has their stuff together in a different way. Okay. And the person who's fun is also powerful. They show up very powerfully too. So you're contemplating maybe who you want to invest the time and energy into with that. Okay. And for those of you who aren't, maybe it's a male male thing, maybe it's a girl girl thing, maybe it's a whatever thing. Do you? Okay. Four of Pentacles. Why is that here? Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Thank you. Well, that's bizarre. You have Sagittarius, you have Scorpio, and you have Six of Swords. So you have the Death card, Temperance, and the Six of Swords. I definitely see you moving on. I feel like you're protecting yourself. Okay. You're being greedy with your energy a little bit. With Temperance, um, this feels like healing. You're going through a big change. Some of you are going through a big, big change. You're saving up to move out of the country or move away somewhere. Some of you may even just move away in November. But I feel like you're going through this healing time where you're rebalancing in your life. With the Death card, this really does just talk about a big change, a big transition, that you are going through. And you're leaving a lot of. Like some of you could be really leaving a possessive relationship behind too, I feel. Let me get some clarity because I don't feel clear on this for that Four of Pentacles. I think I'm just holding on to an energy here. All right, clarify this for me. Give me 3 cards. One more. There it is. Okay. Some of you could be retiring or you're really just focused on your money, okay? I want to say that be careful about reckless spending in the month of we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about shady business dealings or like being, not being financially sound, being reckless with your money. I would just be careful if you're still experiencing moving away from, like, let's say you meet a couple of people here and you're open to them, like you might be getting to know 1 or 2 people at the same time, but be careful that you don't fall into like sadness or anything like that. I think you're trying to move away from that energy, and like I feel like you're really tempted to be in a relationship again. Okay? I feel like you're going to be tempted to be in a relationship again. You're open to it at first, but I think eventually you're kind of closing off to it, okay? And one of the reasons is because it might I know this sounds ridiculous, but it actually costs money to be in relationships, okay? And if you're going through something, you might recklessly be spending money so you don't have the kind of money it requires for some of you to go out and date, okay? I think that you're still going through a change in healing so you could like fully move forward for many of you. But I also feel like one or more of the people you meet feels to you like they might be financially trying to be financially more dependent on you. This may not even be your energy, guys, and that's why it feels confusing to me, because you may meet somebody here that is looking for you to be the person that they feel more financially dependent on. Does that make sense? Okay. And maybe you meet somebody here and you see that they're a reckless spender. But I feel like the majority of you may turn some relationships down because I think you're still ready to, even though you're open, I think you're still trying to protect yourself. Some of you could earn a lot of money or, like you have things that people want. So that makes you suspicious of their motives in November. I can see that too. Okay. I can see that as well. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else you need to know for November? I feel like I need to get one more message for you guys. Anything else group 3 needs to know, pile 3 needs to know for November? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely like there's definitely a lot of soul searching here. The Hangman Pisces energy with the Hermit Virgo. This is about introspection, needing to let things go, okay? I feel like some of you felt as if you sacrificed a lot for the other person. So really, you're not trying to take care of somebody else like that again. I think that's what it really boils down to. I think you meet a couple people here, but it kind of triggers you a little bit. And because maybe before you didn't recognize something like this, you're recognizing it now. And it's making you kind of have second thoughts about getting out into the dating world. And you realize that you still need some time to heal. Okay. I think also you realize that you want to be with a partner who's emotionally and financially sound so that you don't have to like be the provider like that anymore. Like especially if you're female. I'm talking more to a female. And if you're a male, it is hard out there. I'm not saying that women should stay home and take care of kids. In a perfect world, it would be that masculine feminine balance, because at the end of the day, women really, we're the divine feminine. We were made to nurture and care for children and people. But if you're a man in this time, you may need a woman who's not just looking for money too, right? And if you're a woman, same way. You're not trying to pick up somebody that's going to make more of a financial burden for you. So you may have had an experience here with somebody who's not financially sound, who's very frivolous with their spending or something, and that's kind of triggering you here, okay? So you may be feeling a little bit stuck when it comes to what you want in a relationship because you're not fully healed. So you still need that time here in November, okay? But I think you guys will make it through this for sure. All right. I definitely feel like you'll make it through. Yeah, of course. You'll challenge you have big changes coming. This is all going to change with the Knight of Swords, okay? You're going to get the thing that you're looking for in the month of November, and I think that it's going to be very healing for you as a month overall. All right, guys? All right, so I hope this helped you guys. Thanks for sitting through my little bit of madness there. I appreciate that. Sometimes when you're like channeling and reading cards at the same time, it's incredibly challenging. I appreciate you being patient with me. I hope this helped you. I hope you have an amazing November, you guys. If this did resonate, please make sure you give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Come on back and see me. See you later. Bye.